This might kill your kidneys. 8 deadly toxins you're consuming daily. Back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on important health tips and eye-opening content. Now, let's get into something that's seriously important: toxins. We've all heard about the dangers of harmful chemicals, but did you know that some of them are lurking in your everyday foods, drinks, and household products? Yep, it's true. Many of us are unknowingly consuming or using substances that could be slowly harming our kidneys, liver, and overall health without us even realizing it. Whether it's in the food we eat, the cleaning products we use, or even the things we wear, toxic chemicals are everywhere. But today, we're zeroing in on 8 specific toxins that are sneaky, dangerous, and could be silently damaging your kidneys. That's right, you could be consuming these deadly substances daily without even knowing it. And the scariest part? They could lead to serious health conditions like kidney disease, cancer, and hormonal imbalances. Now, I know you're probably wondering, what exactly am I consuming without even realizing it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. From harmful chemicals hiding in processed foods to toxic plastics that might be in your kitchen, we'll go over each one and explain how it's affecting your health. Plus, we'll give you simple tips on how to avoid these toxins so you can start making better choices for your kidneys and your overall well-being. So, if you care about your health, and who doesn't, right? Stick around for the next few minutes as we dive deep into these 8 deadly toxins that might be in your daily routine. You'll be surprised by some of the things you never knew were so dangerous. Let's get started. Number 1. Glyphosate herbicide. Glyphosate, the most widely used herbicide globally, is a controversial chemical that has raised significant concern over its long-term health impacts. Originally developed in the 1970s by Monsanto, now part of Bayer, glyphosate works by inhibiting a specific enzyme that plants need to grow. This herbicide has been extensively used in agriculture to control weeds, particularly in crops like corn, soybeans, and wheat. While glyphosate is highly effective in protecting crops, its widespread use has led to significant environmental and health concerns, especially regarding its impact on kidney function. Studies have linked glyphosate exposure to kidney damage, particularly in individuals with existing kidney disease. One study found that glyphosate may increase oxidative stress in the kidneys, leading to inflammation and, over time, potential kidney cell death. The harmful effects of glyphosate are believed to be due to its ability to accumulate in the body, and its persistent presence in the environment means we're exposed to it daily, whether it's through food, water, or even air. Despite the chemical's approval by regulatory bodies like the EPA, many experts argue that its safety profile has been overstated, especially as new research emerges. Prolonged exposure to glyphosate has been linked not just to kidney issues, but also to other chronic diseases like cancer, liver damage, and endocrine disruption. For those concerned about glyphosate, eating organic produce and using water filters designed to remove glyphosate can help minimize exposure. However, the real challenge lies in reducing its widespread use, which is something that health advocates continue to push for on a global scale. Number 2. Lead impregnated water or old pipes. Lead is one of the most dangerous toxins to human health, and its presence in our daily lives is often more insidious than we realize. Historically, lead was widely used in everything from paint to gasoline, but its presence in drinking water, especially from old corroded pipes, continues to be a major concern. When lead pipes degrade or when water flows through plumbing systems with lead solder, tiny particles of lead can leach into the water supply, posing a significant risk to kidney function. For the kidneys, lead exposure can be devastating, as it has the ability to accumulate in the body over time, leading to chronic kidney disease, CKD. In fact, long-term exposure to even low levels of lead can result in kidney damage, reducing the kidney's ability to filter waste and maintain the body's balance of fluids, electrolytes, and blood pressure. For children, the effects are even more dire, as lead exposure can lead to developmental problems and more severe kidney damage later in life. But it's not just the water. Lead can also be found in contaminated soil or dust from old homes with peeling lead-based paint. Once ingested, lead is absorbed into the bloodstream and distributed to various organs, including the kidneys. These organs become overburdened as they work overtime to try and flush out the toxic metal, leading to oxidative stress, inflammation, and potential scarring of the renal tissues. Kidney damage caused by lead can progress silently, often without noticeable symptoms, until significant damage has already occurred. The real danger lies in its ability to build up over years. Even if the exposure seems minimal, reducing exposure to lead is crucial. Replacing old pipes, using lead-free plumbing materials, and ensuring access to clean water sources can significantly reduce the risks of kidney damage. Public health efforts to address this issue have become more urgent, especially after the Flint water crisis brought widespread attention to the dangers of lead-contaminated drinking water. Number 3. Formaldehyde in processed foods and household products. Formaldehyde is a colorless, pungent-smelling gas that is widely used in manufacturing and in household products, but its harmful effects on health, especially on kidney function, cannot be overstated. This toxic substance is most commonly found in processed foods, household cleaning products, and even in furniture and building materials, often as part of the adhesives and preservatives that help products last longer. In processed foods, formaldehyde can appear as a result of food preservation methods or through the breakdown of certain additives during cooking and processing. While the presence of formaldehyde in food may seem alarming, it's important to note that the levels are typically low. However, when consumed over extended periods or in larger amounts, formaldehyde can accumulate in the body and begin to cause serious health issues, including kidney damage. The kidneys, which play a crucial role in filtering out toxins from the body, are particularly vulnerable to formaldehyde's effects. When formaldehyde enters the body, whether through ingestion, inhalation, or skin absorption, it is metabolized into formic acid, which can then cause oxidative stress and inflammation in kidney cells. Over time, this damage can impair the kidney's ability to filter out waste, leading to kidney dysfunction and, in more severe cases, kidney failure. Chronic exposure to formaldehyde has been linked to other health issues too, such as cancer and respiratory problems, but its effect on the kidneys can often go unnoticed until significant damage has been done. Even small amounts of formaldehyde, when continuously absorbed into the body over time, can lead to cumulative harm, especially in those already suffering from underlying health issues or those with compromised kidney function. The risk increases with higher exposure levels, so it's crucial to be aware of the products that contain formaldehyde, such as disinfectants, air fresheners, furniture made from particle board, and even some cosmetics and toiletries. Opting for natural cleaning products, avoiding overly processed foods, and choosing furniture and building materials labeled formaldehyde-free can help minimize exposure. Additionally, ensuring proper ventilation in the home and using air purifiers can help reduce indoor formaldehyde levels. While avoiding formaldehyde entirely can be challenging, reducing its presence in your environment is key to lowering the risks associated with this dangerous toxin, especially when it comes to safeguarding kidney health. Number 4. Phthalates found in plastics and personal care products. Phthalates are a group of chemicals commonly used to make plastics more flexible and durable, but their presence in everyday products is something most people don't think twice about. These chemicals are found in a wide variety of items such as vinyl flooring, food packaging, cosmetics, personal care products like shampoos and lotions, and even in fragrances and air fresheners. Phthalates are not bound to the plastic in a way that keeps them from leaching out, meaning they can escape into the air, food, and even your skin, making their way into your body. Once inside, these chemicals are notorious for disrupting the body's endocrine system, which is responsible for hormone regulation. But the effects of phthalates extend beyond just hormone disruption. They can significantly damage kidney health as well. Studies have shown that prolonged exposure to phthalates can increase the risk of kidney disease by promoting inflammation and oxidative stress within the kidneys. The kidneys, which are tasked with filtering out toxins from the body, become overwhelmed by the toxic load of phthalates, leading to cellular damage. Over time, this damage can contribute to the development of chronic kidney disease, CKD. The concern with phthalates is that they accumulate in the body, and because they have a half-life that can last for years, long-term exposure has an even more dangerous effect. Research indicates that phthalates may exacerbate pre-existing kidney conditions, leading to faster progression of disease and more severe damage. Beyond the kidneys, phthalates have been linked to a host of other health problems, including developmental issues, reproductive harm, and an increased risk of cancer. Pregnant women and children are especially vulnerable to the toxic effects of phthalates, as their bodies are still developing and their kidneys are more sensitive to damage. The problem is that these chemicals are everywhere. They're in your plastic food containers, toys, and even in the fragrances used in your laundry detergent or body spray. However, there are ways to reduce exposure. Opting for phthalate-free products, especially when it comes to personal care items and plastics, can go a long way in limiting your risk. Look for labels that specifically state phthalate-free and choose natural, organic alternatives when possible. Additionally, avoiding microwaving food in plastic containers, as the heat can cause phthalates to leach out, can help reduce exposure. By being mindful of the products we use and the materials we bring into our homes, we can take proactive steps to protect our kidneys and overall health from the harmful effects of phthalates. Number 5. Artificial food colors like red 40, yellow 5. Artificial food colors are a major component of the modern food industry, brightening up everything from candies to drinks and even processed snacks. They make food more appealing, especially for children, but there's a dark side to these vibrant additives that many people overlook. Artificial food colors such as red 40, yellow 5, and blue 1 are synthetic dyes created to mimic natural colors in food, but they come with a range of potential health risks. When consumed in excess, these food dyes can contribute to kidney damage. The kidneys, being the body's primary filter for toxins, are directly impacted by the ingestion of these chemicals, as they attempt to process and eliminate them. Over time, the accumulation of artificial food colors in the body can lead to inflammation and oxidative stress within the kidneys, causing strain on their ability to function properly. In the long run, this damage can lead to chronic kidney disease, CKD, or even kidney failure in severe cases. But the risks don't stop there. These artificial colors have been linked to a variety of other health issues, including hyperactivity and behavioral problems in children, and some research suggests a connection to cancer, allergies, and even reproductive issues. The connection between artificial food colors and kidney problems is less talked about, but recent studies suggest that prolonged exposure could lead to kidney cell death and damage to renal tissues. This is because these dyes contain certain chemicals that the body processes as toxins, triggering an inflammatory response that affects the kidneys and other organs. The alarming part is that these artificial dyes are still commonly used in a wide variety of products, despite growing concerns about their safety. While the Food and Drug Administration (FDA) regulates the use of these additives, the amounts allowed in food are still considered to be within safe limits, though long-term exposure can still be dangerous, especially for children who are more likely to consume large quantities of food containing these dyes. To minimize your exposure, it's important to read labels carefully and opt for natural alternatives when possible. Many food manufacturers are starting to switch to natural dyes derived from fruits, vegetables, and spices, which can be a safer option for both your kidneys and overall health. By avoiding processed foods high in artificial colors and choosing whole, unprocessed options, you can protect your kidneys and help steer clear of the potential dangers lurking in synthetic additives. The impact of these dyes on kidney health might not be immediate, but the damage can build up over time, leading to serious complications. Being aware of what's in the food you consume is a crucial step in safeguarding your health. Number 6. Perfluorooctanoic acid, PFOA. used in nonstick cookware. Perfluorooctanoic acid, PFOA, is a toxic chemical that's been widely used in the production of nonstick cookware, water-resistant fabrics, food packaging, and a variety of household products. Its most famous use is in the manufacturing of Teflon-coated pans, which many people rely on for easy cooking and cleanup. While these nonstick surfaces might make cooking simpler, the hidden danger lies in PFOA's ability to persist in the environment and accumulate in the human body. PFOA doesn't break down easily in nature, and once it enters your body, it can stay there for years. The kidneys, which filter out toxins, are particularly vulnerable to the harmful effects of this chemical. Studies have shown that prolonged exposure to PFOA can cause kidney damage by promoting oxidative stress and inflammation in renal cells. This leads to kidney tissue damage, impaired kidney function, and, over time, an increased risk of chronic kidney disease, CKD. But the risk doesn't stop at just kidney function. PFOA exposure has also been linked to other serious health issues, including liver disease, high cholesterol, and even certain cancers. PFOA is especially concerning because it builds up in the body over time, and even low-level exposure can be harmful in the long run. When cooking with non-stick cookware, the PFOA in the coating can release toxic fumes, especially when the pan is overheated, putting not only your kidneys but also your lungs at risk. Additionally, PFOA is often found in food packaging, particularly fast food wrappers and microwave popcorn bags, which can lead to unintentional ingestion of the chemical. Over the years, evidence is mounted showing that PFOA is linked to serious health risks, prompting various regulatory agencies to take action. In 2006, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, reached an agreement with major manufacturers to phase out PFOA from production. However, traces of this chemical remain in the environment and continue to pose a risk. If you want to protect your kidneys from this toxic chemical, the best option is to avoid non-stick cookware that may still contain PFOA, and opt for alternatives like stainless steel or cast iron pans. Additionally, being cautious with packaged foods, particularly those that are microwavable or wrapped in grease-resistant paper, can help minimize exposure. While the move away from PFOA in cookware is a step in the right direction, the chemical's long-lasting presence in the environment means it will take time to fully eliminate the risks associated with it. Being mindful of the products you use and their potential long-term effects on your health is a key step toward protecting your kidneys and overall well-being. Number 7. Bisphenol S, BPS, found in some plastics as a BPA alternative. Bisphenol S, or BPS, is a chemical that is often used as a replacement for bisphenol A, BPA, a well-known endocrine disruptor found in many plastics and resins. BPA has been linked to a variety of health problems, including hormonal imbalances and kidney damage, which led manufacturers to seek alternatives like BPS. However, what many don't realize is that BPS, while marketed as a safer option, carries its own set of risks, especially when it comes to kidney health. Like BPA, BPS is an industrial chemical that is used in the production of hard plastics and epoxy resins. It can be found in many everyday products such as plastic containers, water bottles, and even thermal receipt paper. The concern with BPS is that it behaves similarly to BPA in the body, mimicking hormones and disrupting the endocrine system. This disruption can affect the kidneys by promoting inflammation and oxidative stress, two processes that are linked to kidney damage. The kidneys, which are responsible for filtering out toxins and maintaining balance in the body, are highly susceptible to the negative effects of endocrine disruptors like BPS. When BPS enters the body, it can accumulate over time, leading to increased strain on the kidneys as they try to filter and eliminate the chemical. This chronic exposure can eventually result in kidney dysfunction or contribute to the development of chronic kidney disease, CKD. What makes BPS particularly concerning is its ability to leach out of plastics, especially when heated or exposed to acidic or fatty foods. This means that your water bottle, food containers, or even the receipt you get at the store could be sources of BPS exposure. Studies have shown that while BPS was initially considered to be a safer alternative to BPA, it has been found to cause similar biological effects, particularly in relation to hormonal disruptions, which can impact kidney health and other organs over time. Additionally, BPS is known to accumulate in the body, increasing the risk of long-term health issues, much like its predecessor BPA. Given that BPS is found in so many plastic products, it's nearly impossible to avoid completely, but there are steps you can take to minimize exposure. Opting for BPA-free plastics doesn't necessarily mean the product is free of BPS. So it's important to go a step further by choosing products that are labeled as BPS-free or made from safer materials like glass, stainless steel, or BPA-free plastics that use alternative non-toxic chemicals. Reducing your exposure to thermal paper receipts which can contain BPS is another smart move. Whenever possible, try to limit the use of plastic containers, especially for hot or acidic foods, as these conditions can accelerate the leaching of chemicals into your food or drink. By being more conscious of the products you use daily and understanding the potential risks associated with chemicals like BPS, you can take proactive steps to protect your kidneys and your overall health from the harmful effects of endocrine disruptors. Number 8. Acrylamide, formed when cooking starchy foods at high temperatures. Acrylamide is a chemical that forms naturally when certain starchy foods are cooked at high temperatures, such as during frying, baking, or roasting. While it's often associated with processed foods like French fries, potato chips, and baked goods, acrylamide can also form in other foods like coffee, bread, and even crackers when they're exposed to high heat. This chemical is a byproduct of the Maillard reaction, which is the process that occurs when heat causes sugars and amino acids in food to react. While acrylamide was initially recognized for its potential carcinogenic effects, its impact on kidney health is a growing concern that often goes unnoticed. Research has shown that acrylamide, when consumed in large amounts over time, can lead to kidney damage by inducing oxidative stress and inflammation. The kidneys, which filter toxins from the blood, are particularly vulnerable to these effects. Prolonged exposure to acrylamide can impair kidney function, causing damage to the renal cells and making it harder for the kidneys to remove waste and balance fluid levels in the body. One of the major concerns with acrylamide is that it accumulates in the body over time, so regular consumption of foods containing high levels of acrylamide can lead to a buildup of this toxic substance in the kidneys. This buildup can significantly increase the risk of chronic kidney disease, CKD, and lead to kidney dysfunction. But the dangers of acrylamide go beyond just kidney health. Studies have also linked it to nerve damage, reproductive issues, and even cancer. The risk of acrylamide exposure is particularly high when starchy foods like potatoes are cooked at temperatures above 120 DGF, which is easily achieved during frying or roasting. Unfortunately, because acrylamide forms during the cooking process, it can be difficult to avoid unless you take specific precautions. For example, you can reduce acrylamide levels in potatoes by cutting them into smaller pieces and soaking them in water before cooking. You can also lower the frying temperature to reduce acrylamide formation, though it may not eliminate it completely. If you prefer baked goods, try to limit your consumption of those that are excessively browned or overcooked, as they are likely to contain higher amounts of acrylamide. Additionally, choosing organic food sources may also reduce your exposure, as some studies suggest that organic produce contains lower levels of acrylamide compared to conventionally grown foods. While it's not possible to completely avoid acrylamide, being mindful of how you prepare your food can help minimize its harmful effects. By reducing the intake of overcooked or fried starchy foods, you can protect your kidneys from potential long-term damage and safeguard your overall health. Reducing acrylamide exposure is just one small step in the right direction, but it's an important one if you want to protect your kidneys from toxins that can harm your renal health. Summary. Well, there you have it. We've just covered 8 deadly toxins that could be affecting your kidneys and overall health every single day. It's pretty eye-opening, right? Whether it's the chemicals hiding in your food, your cleaning products, or even your personal care items, these hidden toxins can have a serious impact on your well-being. But the good news is that by being more mindful of what you're consuming and making small changes to your routine, you can drastically reduce your exposure to these harmful substances. Now, don't worry, you're not alone in this. You've got the power to make healthier choices and protect your kidneys and your body from these toxic threats. So let's take it one step at a time. Start reading labels, choose natural or organic products when you can, and avoid overcooking your foods. Every little change counts in the long run. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone you think could benefit from this information. And don't forget to leave a comment below. What toxins surprise you the most? Or maybe you've already made some changes in your routine to protect your health. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Join the family by hitting that subscribe button, and remember to turn on your notifications so you never miss another important health tip. We've got more videos coming your way, packed with the info you need to live your healthiest life. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, take care of your body because it's the only place you have to live. Until next time, stay healthy, stay informed, and stay toxin-free.